closer to something or a little bit wide depending on how broad your shoulders are.
So I'm not a natural exerciser, so I need this sort of style to really. I'm naturally being with the whole ball.
As if like your corners are through.
So you said the corners out.
So big question.
Aloha! So this morning I'm going to go for a run. Last night we went to the Usher concert, which was great. I'll insert some bits in. I'm going for a run this morning. This week has been good in terms of training. I've got my 3 sessions in. I did some yoga on Monday, which was great. And I actually started waking up at 6 a.m. this week. I'm not even waking up, but like getting up and getting started with work by about 6:30. And it has made such a big difference. It's meant that I've been so much more productive. And I usually aim to get up and start working early, but I think the extra couple of hours in the morning make a massive difference because it just shifts everything slightly so that you've kind of done things before anyone needs anything from you. And one thing that I've noticed when because I follow a lot of business mentors and just a lot of people who have businesses and have scaled their business in a big way quite quickly. And one of the things that they do say is that, look, they go to bed like really, really early and they wake up really early as well. But just because it just means you get so many more things done in the day. And I felt like I was doing that. I just wasn't, I feel like I wasn't making the most of my time basically. And especially if you've got things happening in the day. So I sometimes go to acting class on a Friday. I go to salsa, or I go to therapy. Or if I have an appointment, like a hospital appointment or something like that, then it takes quite a big chunk out of the productive hours of the day. And I think that's what I didn't really... I was like, well, I'm getting up early, I'm getting stuff done. But then if you've got a big chunk out of the day, like 4 hours, 3 hours, then it makes a massive difference, because by the time that you get home, you're not really, like for me personally, I'm not really wanting to do work late into the evening unless there's something specific that needs to be done. And so, yeah, it's made a massive difference, especially when I do have those chunks in the day. If I get everything done by, say, 12, or if I try to do as much as possible between 6 and 12, leaving a little bit of space for maybe training or a little bit of space for breakfast or something like that, then it means that there's a lot that gets done. And it means that you can still do stuff in the afternoon, but it's not a mass amount of work that you need to do. So yeah, so long story short, I'm going for a run. It's been a really productive week. I don't know why I've got my glasses on in here. I was just doing this whole thing with the glasses. So I'm gonna go for a run and just get some fresh air. And yeah, I'm just gonna do all the Sunday stuff, cleaning, food shopping, a bit of prep. I've still got some food from this week, so I'm gonna have that obviously, but yeah, just gonna do bits and bobs of that. So I'm just gonna go and do some food shopping now. Had a nice run this morning and just heading into Sainsbury's to get some bits for the week. It should be really quick because it shuts in like half an hour, so I have to like do a speed shop and get all the bits that I need. So I'm getting some spring onions, as always, and some spinach, and some broccoli. So I'm switching my bacon and getting turkey, and I found some smoked one, which is really good. I've also got some salmon, which is reduced, so I'm going to cook that tonight, definitely, because it obviously runs out today. Rice heaven, all the rices. So this bread, 70 calories per slice, which is great. I also got more snacks today, so I got some of this yogurt, which is good. It's not protein yogurt, but I really just find it tasty, and it's not crazy calories. And I also got some hummus and breadsticks. And then I'm gonna get some bananas to make a batch of these little cookie things that I like. They've got bananas, oats, and then you can add like chocolate to it, or you can add anything to it basically. I think I might add some mixed berries or some chocolate chips, and then that's kind of like an extra like sweet snacky thing without it being like crazy, and you're also getting some fruit and fibre in there as well. Yeah, instead of like cereal bars, I think they're a really good shout because they're a lot less sugar, all natural sugars, and they're still giving you that sweet craving that you have. I'm actually so pleased with that because I managed to get in there, and I think I had like 40 minutes, but I managed to be in and out, get everything that I needed without fanning around. Still 10 minutes until it closes. I was like, woo! But yeah, I think over the last week, I've been having a lot more just like foolishness has been slipping in. And physique-wise, I feel good. I'm trying to get the right light. Yeah, physique-wise, I feel good, but the light's being weird again. But I'll have to leave this to film afterwards. Yeah, that's better light, just about. But yeah, physique-wise, I feel good. But I just think, like, I was going to get some sweet stuff, like snacky stuff, but I was like, actually, like, I'm just going to make those little banana and oat things because they do the same thing. There's just so much less shit in them than getting like a cereal bar or something. A couple of times this week I've gone and done that, and it's been fine. You know, it's satisfied. It's satisfied what I wanted, but I know that it would just be better to just get some bananas and just make it if you've got the time. And yeah, so gonna head home. Managed to get more steps in, going to the further place as well, which is great. So I went to further Sainsbury's rather than going to Aldi, which is down the road. It means I get more steps in. And yeah, really, I think I was thinking when I was shopping, I was thinking like, it's not necessarily, like everyone knows what they need to do, but sometimes when we're in the habit of something, it's hard to break the habit because we don't know, like say if we're eating more sugar and having more snacks and stuff, there does need to be some sort of replacement because otherwise you're going to feel like something is lacking quite quickly. Obviously my main thing is like bulk out the meals that you have because the more balance you have in your meals, the less you're going to want to eat shit. But you can also get, if you do want something in certain parts, like sweet stuff, then there's alternative things that you can do, obviously if you have the time, but even just some little swaps that you can make that make a massive difference. And that is the difference between, you know, going weeks and weeks of seeing no movement on the scales if you're trying to drop down, and seeing like an incremental shift from week to week, because it's just getting into those habits. If you know that there's something that you struggle with, just trying to find an alternative for that makes a massive difference, and you don't really notice it as much as you think you would. So I'm back, and this is what I bought. So obviously I've talked through a little bit of it, but I just find it quite awkward sometimes filming in the supermarket, just because I love packet rice. I can't be bothered with making rice now, boiling it. I can't be bothered unless you're making like an egg fried rice or like a cook up rice, which is pretty much like an egg fried rice with lots of stuff in it. Then, but why? But I can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean? So I just buy the microwave one. It's just so easy and simple, and that's all I've been eating for like months and months and months. Other than like potato wedges or mash or something that's equally almost as quick. But yeah, so I just got a few bits, stuff that I don't usually buy. I bought breadsticks and hummus, which I haven't bought for like, I don't even know the last time I bought that, but I just really fancied it, and so I bought it. But I think today, food-wise, I'm just going to make the salmon because obviously it's due to go off today, tomorrow rather. And then I think that's it because I've still got food in from this week, so I'm just going to eat that basically. But yeah, Sunday I just aim to always get everything done that has been lingering through the week. So like my to-do list, it all has to be crossed off by the end of tonight because I just want to go into Monday feeling fresh, feeling like I know what I'm doing, and not with having anything lagging behind, you know?
Yummy.